Hello, everyone out there who is watching this episode. A warm welcome to you all. Today, I've come up with the topic Tips for Effective Public Speaking. When we talk about the public speech, we have seen that most of the people are scared of public speech. They feel that they won't be able to face the people, and if they are going to deliver a speech for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, they won't be able to have so much content with them, and they feel that they will forget the things, or they may not find the words exactly as they need to be, and sometimes there is lack of confidence, and sometimes they just get scared of the idea of facing the public. So I've come up with a few tips for you. If you keep in mind all the things that I have enlisted for you on the basis of my own experience, then you will be able to be a good and confident speaker. The first thing is to fight your fears, and to fight your fears, you have to face the situations repeatedly. So, for the first time, you will feel the fear. Face it, fight with it, go through it, experience it. The second time, there will be less fear. The third time, even lesser. And if you face the situation of public speaking 4 or 5 times, only 4 or 5 times, you are going to be a confident speaker. The key is to plan well, to be confident, and to visualize your success. So let's go through the main points that you have to keep in mind. The first stage is the planning stage. So when you are well planned, when you are well prepared, at that time you will feel much more confident than a person who has not prepared at all. So before going for the public speech, first of all, for the topic for which you are going to speak, you should read extensively. Read and read until you grasp the basics of the topic that you are going to talk about. Just keep in mind that each and every concept should be clear to you first, then you can convince the audience about it. So after reading, you should research well of all the areas related to that topic, and you should enlist the main points in your own wording. So create your original write-up having the main points, and organize all the main points in a logical manner. It should be in a proper sequence. You should start with the introduction, then any types if you want to explain, then the benefits or the demerits of a concept. So this is the logical sequence, and do not copy others. You can read the things, you can read the ideas, and if you like any of the ideas that you have read, then you can quote the original idea of the author with their name. So we should avoid the plagiarism, means do not have their words and try to pretend as if these are your own words. So copying is not a good idea. You can quote the things that you like, and the language should be very, very simple, and you should avoid use of too many ornamental words in your speech and use of too many idioms and phrases and quotes. So if it is like that, there is going to be an artificiality, and it will not seem natural, or it will not seem spontaneous to your listeners. And at last, the main thing is delete the superfluous things. If you feel that something is going to be repeated, if you are repeating the ideas or the words, or if there is something that you feel that it is not related, it is little offbeat and it does not stick to the main topic, then you can delete it. Now you have well prepared your speech, and it is in the form of the main points and not the description. So finally, when you are going to speak, you can keep a slip of all the main points that you have enlisted. But please don't be rigid with this slip, or don't try to cram the points in this slip. So only you know what you have planned, and if you skip something, don't be panic. And never ever choose for the paper reading, because this is the worst kind of public speech that we can do, is reading out of a paper. So do not have the description, the whole description in the form of the speech, and do not have the 4 or 5 written pages, just a simple slip with a logical sequence of the ideas, and follow these ideas while you are speaking. And also, do not be rigid with yourself, be flexible. If you jump through the idea, it hardly matters. Just be confident and carry on your speech. And dear viewers, when you are going to speak publicly, just avoid the negative talk about yourself. When you visualize yourself speaking on the stage in front of the people, always visualize that you are doing your best, and always have this idea in your mind, in the back of your mind, that you are the best. You are not less than anyone else in the world. If other people can be best speakers, you are also born to be the best speaker. So always believe in yourself, always believe in your ideas, always believe in your preparation, always believe in your knowledge, and try to feel confident throughout your speech. Maybe initially, for once or twice, you will be overpowered by your fears, but don't quit. Carry on your efforts, because after a few trials, all the fears, they will lower down, and you will feel more and more confident every time you are going to face the public. Next thing is that when you have a negative self-talk, when you underestimate yourself, you will lower your confidence, and you won't be able to face the audience. You won't be able to convince the audience, because when you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? Next thing is that when you are going to speak, your style should be natural. You should not be too loud, you should not be too low, you should be audible enough. And if you are going to use the body language, the adequate body language should be there. So that is natural with your points. Natural body language and natural expression will come up with your speech. So we should not underdo it, or we should not overdo it. We should not seem as if we are reading like a robot, and we should not seem as if we are overacting all the things. So avoid plain speech, but also avoid over expression in your speech. Just be natural with your speed, just be natural with your expressions, just be natural with your body language, and avoid reading from the paper, avoid the cramming, and avoid looking here and there. Look into the eyes of your audience. So if you are going to give all these kinds of details to your speech, to your planning stage, you are going to be the best speaker. So all the best to you all. Thank you for listening to all these tips. I'm sure that you will keep in mind next time you are going for a public speech. My best wishes are with you. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day.